Hello, tubers, and what's up? This is Eraser coming to you almost live from sunny Jacksonville, Florida. I decided to go on a little vacation. Welcome to Conundrum Contingencies. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Shalom, hello, aloha, and all that good stuff. All right. So I'm going to the Phantom Zone, and by that I mean I'm going someplace where I probably should not be. I am visiting a friend, and I'm in good spirits. I just had a good meal, a little ice cream, a little vodka, and I'm getting ready to crack open this beer. Now, the reason why I say I'm going to the Phantom Zone, oh man, I forgot my stand, damn it. Oh well. I'm going to a Phantom Zone behind this apartment complex where my friend lives. And there's a busted dock, but the fishing looks good, and I want to entertain you. Now, my ex-wife probably hopes that these alligators and these water moccasins, these big crocs and snakes take a toll on me, but I'm a war hero. I think I can handle it. I don't have a life jacket, but I'm a fair swimmer, so we are going to continue on this magical ride, and maybe I get a fish out of it. But actually, this film is not about fishing. It is about immigration. And I feel like I'm overqualified to talk to you guys about the whole situation and how it's getting out of hand. Now, this whole political correctness thing has America soft, looking crazy and out of control. So here's the busted dock I was talking about. Now, I got a load on my back, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to keep my balance as I traverse this difficult course, but I think I'll be okay. I came out here by myself while my friend the genie was distracted. And I haven't seen any alligators yet, but I am going to be very careful. And I tested these boards to see if they would support my weight, and I believe that they will. If you hear a big splash, you know what happened. So let's tread carefully and look at the boaters. I got my fishing license, so like I said, this is not about the perils of Jacksonville. It's about immigration. Now, I was in the Navy, and I have been to Mexico, I've been to Spain, I have been to Cuba, I've been to Guatemala. I actually went to Mexico on my birthday, and my mother told me not to go because there were too many desperados, and I told my mother, I said, number one, I'm a war hero. Number two, I'm going in an 87 Crown Vic. Number three, I have a brand new 9x18 Makarov in my suit pocket. So if anybody wants to try me, I'll send them out. But I was going to Mexico because that was a dream of mine, just like I always wanted to go to Hawaii. Now, the reason why I said I'm uniquely qualified is my mother used to date a Cuban that came over on a banana boat. Now, this Cuban's name was Carlos, and I guess he was a nice enough guy. The only thing I didn't like about him was the way the food distribution and patterns changed because he was a man and I was still a child, and there was a little bit of competition there. But I remember when I started high school, I made curfew. I had a good grade point average, and I almost always made curfew, and I was very respectful. And we moved from the hood in Kansas City, Kansas, to these luxury apartments that had a bath and a half, a basement, central air. And because of that, I didn't get anything for my birthday. My birthday was the 9th. We moved on the 1st. I got nothing except $1 from my mom's illegal alien non-green card carrying boyfriend. I was very pissed, but I didn't act out. I just took it in stride. But I was a little bit bitter about that. I didn't stop getting good grades. We moved to a better neighborhood. It was a better high school. I mean, I like Washington, but Turner High School, Golden Bears, was a better school, and that was the bottom line. It was better. Had to give up my strength, which was a I had to give up my friends and, well, some of them, man. I had a cat. So anyway, back to the immigration thing. I have a script in my back pocket. Let me pull it out. I don't know if the video is going to be before I can catch a fish or not. Let me take a look here. Sorry about the blur. Okay. Now my charming ex-wife, she said that in reality the United States of America doesn't have anything to say about immigration because its land was stolen in the first place from the Indians or Native Americans. But that's an oversimplification when you think about stuff like the Louisiana Purchase. So, let me see here. So again, I'm uniquely qualified because I've charmed illegal aliens into my bed. I used to have a homeboy that I used to ride with. When he had a car in Texas and I didn't, and he slept on my couch, and he was a great guy, and I used to buy him drinks at a club. So let me dispel this whole Mexicans and other illegals coming here to breed. That's straight bullshit. The reason why I know, I was with one, no protection. This lady in question happened to be barren. She said the moon came for her, which some of you guys that don't read old books, that means she got her cycle one day out of a 7-day cycle, and she never saw it again. Now, the only things that she was really trying to do, and I really liked her, and she was going down, she just wanted to find a place to live, move in with somebody, live happily ever after. Now, she wasn't, the hardest to work with. Now, my homeboy, who had the Chevy that I was riding in, he was really shy, and we went to the club together, and he was kind of broke, but he had the car. So I bought the drinks. He didn't really drink, so I gave him like a spiked Coke with a cherry and a lime, so it would look like he had a serious drink. And I was out on the dance floor trying to get girls to dance with him. So this whole thing about them coming over here to breed, that's bullshit. They're human beings like the rest of us here in the United States, and they're just normal people. I never heard anybody say that I'm going to have extra babies because now I'm here in the States and we got welfare and food stamp. That's horse puck. Let me see here. A long time ago when I used to work for Labor Ready, I met this guy, and I don't remember what the job or the task was, but he asked me frankly, and this was over 12 or 13 years ago. He said, Garland, how would you handle the immigration problem? So I sat carefully and I thought, and then I said, you know what, I'll start beanbagging motherfuckers. Then the dude proceeded to tell me how mean I was and this and that. But this is the only mainstream country that has open borders. I've been to Israel and Spain and different places. You can't just walk across the line like that. Now, once upon a time, I went across the line to Mexico, and I didn't even have a driver's license, and I went with a white guy. The white guy got drunk and passed out, and I had to help him to the car, and they didn't even wake him up to ask if he was a United States citizen. Conversely, I was on a Greyhound once, and the Border Patrol, which consisted of Latinos, they came on board, and they just asked everybody if you were a U.S. citizen and where you're from. And when they got to me, I was pissed off, and I said, are you kidding? He said, no, I'm not kidding. I said, my name is Garland Davis. I'm from Kansas City. And then he went on to the next guy. I felt pretty bad because they snatched a couple of guys off there, and one of the guys I actually kind of liked. I wish there was some way I could have slid him my Social Security card so that he could have remained in America. So I don't want you to think like I'm some, heartless industrialist pig. Because by nature, I'm actually a humanitarian, but somebody asked me, how would I solve the problem? Well, hell, didn't they build a Great Wall in China? How do Russians keep people from crossing their borders that they don't want to cross them? there are a lot of things that we could do. I have given it a lot of thought. I've thought that maybe prisoners could be used to enhance the Border Patrol under serious supervision, of course. And of course, you would want to have, males dealing with male suspected immigrants and have females deal with the females. But the immigration laws here are weak. They suck, and they're going to always suck, barring one unfortunate, sad occurrence. Now, let me see here. Did I cover everything that I wanted to cover? I covered the birthday. I covered what my wife thought. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So I think I covered everything. So as I bait this hook, the bottom line here in the States is we're going to always have very shitty immigration laws that are biased until somebody that has blonde hair and blue eyes is victimized, or when the Border Patrol forces a baby on an English woman or a French girl. And that's a sad and shameful thing to say, but that is the reality of the situation. Now, I've had to deal with the Border Patrol myself. It was partially my fault, but other than not having a driver's license, I really didn't do anything wrong. I decided I wanted a new life and I wanted to make a change. So I could sympathize. If I was of Mexican descent and I'm African American with a little bit of Blackfoot Indian, but I could see myself going to a great city like Mexico City, trying to go to the Universidad or the university in English, doing the best I can. And if that shit didn't work, I could see myself trying to cross the border. I mean, I've been to Cuba and I thought it sucked, but I was at Guantanamo Bay sitting at a McDonald's. I'm kind of bold with it. I was in another zone just like Guantanamo Bay where you couldn't get out the gate, and I figured out a way to get outside the gate. So I'm not just, rank and file talking out the side of my ass. I will bend the rules to suit my advantage just as fast as Captain Kirk would. So, I mean, I hate to see it happen, but anyway, back to the Border Patrol. So I crossed the Arizona-California line. Now, I had an 87 Crown Vic that I talked about earlier. The 87 Crown Vic had a shock out in the back, and I had everything in the car that I owned. And the car was leaning in the back. Do you know those motherfuckers thought I was a fucking coyote? A black fucking coyote. For those of you that don't know what a coyote is somebody get paid to smuggle live bodies across the line. So I had the right tags on the car, but I didn't have a driver's license. And I told the man the truth. So when I crossed the line and came to the station, they said, "Hey, where are you coming from?" I said, "I'm coming from Tucson." But I had Texas plates on my car, so they thought I was lying. So they just let the guy in front of me go, and they made me pull over. And they searched my car, found out I didn't have a driver's license, had me at gunpoint. And then they said, "You're not under arrest, but you're being detained." So I sat in the back of the car for an hour and a half because I didn't have a driver's license. They thought I was a fucking coyote. They took my damn gun. I said, "What are you taking my gun for? I got the paperwork right in the front seat." And I showed him, and he said, "Is this it, all wrinkled up?" And I said, "What the hell am I, a secretary?" So they held me in the back for an hour and a half. When the smoke cleared, the Border Patrol blamed the Highway Patrol for my detention. The Highway Patrol blamed the Border Patrol. And they told me, "You're free to go, but we're towing your car, and we're taking your gun." I said, "Why are you taking my gun?" He said, "That's just how it's done around here." He said, "Stay here for a week, go to court, pay a $50 fine, and we'll give you your gun back." You know what that sounded like to me? Sounded like a racket. So I got to sit here for a whole week, pay for food, hotel, shelter, and whatnot, just so I can get my 19 Macaroni. Like I said, fuck you guys, keep that gun. Then after I lost everything, they were kind enough to give me a free, all expense paid ride back to the Greyhound station. And then I had enough money in my pocket, fortunately, to get a Greyhound to Atlanta, and I thought I would use this golden force release opportunity to chase one of the ones that got away. Now, I came out all right, but everybody that's been detained by the Border Patrol is not going to come out all right. You know, some of the people detained by the Border Patrol are going to start missing periods and throwing up. And I feel bad for them, but I've been there. You know, I didn't have to go through the whole song and dance and get starved and get my ass kicked and get accused of committing crimes. But, you know, I lost most everything I owned. But I had to start over. I had to pick up the pieces. So, again, like I said, until a Frenchman or an Englishman, or let's just say there was a disaster in the great province of Canada, an earthquake, underground volcano goes off, a chemical factory blows the fuck up, and then we have a mass immigration of Canadians come here to the States. Then they'll be having some emergency meetings in Congress, and you'll see how fast these damn immigration laws change. And yellow people and brown people and black people aren't the ones trying to better themselves. All right, fellas, let me get to the fishing. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Conundrum Contingencies. Sorry, ex-wife, looks like the alligator's not going to get me. But let me string up my pole and brace his phone against the dock here, which looks like it's in very bad fucking shape. I want to send a shout out to my subscribers, send a shout out to my ex-wife, and let me see here, see if I can catch fish live and direct.